Hi everyone, so today I want to cover everything that's new with iPadOS 17. So it's still in beta right now, it's not available yet, but it's coming out sometime in September, and we have heard that the Apple event that is bringing out the new iPhones and everything is happening on the 12th. So around that time will be when the new update will be released. With this update, there are quite a few new features that I'm really excited about, a lot of customization with the lock screen, all that kind of stuff, which I absolutely love. So let's get into it and I'll share with you everything that's new. First, I want to cover everything that's new on the lock screen with iPadOS 17. Now, I have made a whole dedicated video to this, which I will link in the eye up top, but I will mention a few things here and there. But if you want an in-depth tutorial and see exactly what is new and how you can change everything, you can go ahead and watch that video. So first off, we can now have multiple lock screens like we do with iPhone, so you can have more than one, and each one you can adjust the lock screen as well as the home screen. We have some new wallpapers as well, so we have the iPadOS 17 wallpaper as well as this hello wallpaper that is unique to the iPad. It has this cool animation when going from the lock screen to the home screen if you have it set to both. It's very cute and I absolutely love it. On the lock screen, the time is also now customizable with the font like we do on iPhone already, so you can adjust the font as well as the color and the sizing and the thickness. So this is also now available on iPad. And then obviously we have widgets. Finally, widgets are available on the lock screen of the iPad. When you have your iPad in the portrait orientation, it's very similar to the iPhone, the amount of widgets you have and also just the overall look. But when you turn your iPad into the landscape orientation, you have a whole different setup. You can have way more widgets in the landscape orientation and they have bigger sizes. So this is really helpful if you want even more widgets displayed on your lock screen. Adding widgets is again very similar to on the iPhone. You just drag it into this little box here and then you're good to go. With all these multiple lock screens, this also means that you can now link a focus to a certain lock screen and home screen so that it will change depending on what focus you turn on. This is something that I've always loved and it's now available on iPad as well. We also now have custom stickers on iPadOS 17. So how this works is you can either go into the Messages app or the Photos app to do this. So in the Messages app, you can just go to the stickers section and create a new sticker. For each sticker, you can also create different styles and looks for them. It's really fun and you can just send them over messages. If you do this from the Photos app, it works very similarly. You just select the subject in a photo and then click on Add Sticker. And you can also adjust the looks and everything of them just like you did in the Messages app. And this is just a really fun feature that is now available on the iPad. And especially if you're someone that uses a lot of note-taking apps, you can also use these stickers in those, which is really fun. Stage Manager also got a good update on iPadOS 17. I've never been a Stage Manager fan, but with this new update, it's a lot more usable on the iPad. If you didn't know, you can just turn on Stage Manager in settings and we'll go into this view here. This is very helpful for multitasking. And now with iPadOS 17, windows in Stage Manager are a lot more customizable in terms of the sizing and also the positioning. It's not as restricted as it was in the previous update, so you can move and resize it a lot more freely. Also, if you use the Magic Keyboard, this is a very helpful keyboard shortcut which is now available to add different apps to your already existing Stage Manager view. It's just Shift and then clicking on whichever app and it will add it to your existing Stage Manager view. Next up, we have improvements to PDF and how iPad handles PDFs. So now when you go to fill in a PDF in the Files app, it already highlights all the areas that you can fill in, so it just makes it a lot more easy and neat. And autofill also got an update where it has to fill in some details for you that's already existing on your iPad, like your name, contact info, your signature. This also got a good update. And while we're on the topic of PDFs, in Notes, PDF handling is also way better, and marking up your PDFs in Notes is really helpful. You can even use hyperlinks, all that kind of stuff. So this has been heavily improved in the Notes app, as well as some other features. Now in Notes, you can easily link back to previous notes that you've made, which is really helpful if you use Notes a lot. So for instance, you can just tap on the screen, click on Add Link, or you can highlight a word and click Add Link. And in there, you can just type in the first few words of a note and then click on that, and then it will become a link to that note. So now when you're reading through a note and you have something that's correlating to a different note, you can just easily add in a link and it will take you to that note. And then lastly, this is probably not the most exciting, but it's really cool. We now have more interactive widgets on the iPad and the iPhone. Actually, I've made a whole video about this, but it's just really nice. So to keep it short, we have interactive widgets now, which allow you to actually interact with the widgets on your home screen. So for instance, music, you can now easily play and pause with a widget. With reminders, you can easily tick off lists just from your home screen. And with the home widget, you can easily interact with your devices, turning it off or on just from your home screen. So that's also a really fun update. Also, I have a whole video on everything that's new with reminders on iPad, iPhone, macOS with the new update. If you want to check that out, I'll have that linked. We have some fun new features there as well. So that's everything that's new with iPadOS 17. I hope you could follow along and found some cool new features that you want to try out. I'm really excited for the update to be finally released. Like I said, it's probably going to be sometime in September, so that's really exciting. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!